Hi guys, guess what? It's the day after Thanksgiving, which means that we get to start doing Christmas stuff. I'm so excited. I love Christmas, you guys. I love Christmas so much. So, ta-da! Christmas tree. We went out today to the Christmas tree farm and picked the tree, and the kids got to all help Daddy saw it down. It was such a good time. And the weather was amazing today. It was so nice out. It was perfect. We came home and we had summer sausage and cheese and crackers, and we did the lights and the ornaments. We had a good time. I like Christmas, you guys. I can't help it. Also, I'm in my pajamas already, and like my hair is just like crazy because I did like this braided, like I braided it around my head, and it was awesome. But yeah, it's crazy now. And guess what? I don't even care. Whatever. Who cares? So, anyway, real talk about some annoying things about tics. And these are pretty obvious, I feel like. Most of these are pretty obvious ones. I tried to think of like unique ones, and I don't have anything yet. But anyway, annoying things. First annoying thing I feel like is pretty obvious, and that's annoying other people. That's annoying. Annoying other people is annoying. Unless you want to annoy them, because I did that. I have to take a fair bit of I did a lot of that growing up with my siblings. I was mean. I was not very nice to my siblings growing up. I couldn't help it. They had to be toughened up. But yeah, you don't want to annoy people for just, if that's not what you want to be doing. That's not nice. And I'm a nice person now, so I don't want to annoy people just because I can't help it. That's not. Nobody wants to annoy somebody because they can't help it. So that's annoying. But two, it's even more annoying to annoy yourself. Like the day I had the really bad vocal tics, I made myself crazy. It was so annoying. I was like, I have to deal with this like all day. What? And fortunately, I'm very thankful that it was just all day, and then I didn't have to deal with it for longer because that's always a possibility with tics. You never know; it might come back. Mangoes, 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 mangoes. Fuck it. So number 3. I don't know what number 3 is. I know what number 3 is. Trying to explain your tics. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about like on the street, like if you're doing weird stuff and people are like looking at you funny, or someone asks you something and you're like, well, I have tics, or I have Tourette's, or whatever it is that you want to use to explain to them, and you say, I can't control my movements. That's one thing, because like those are random people that you see on the street, and they're not going to see you again, probably, maybe. I live in kind of a small town, and actually like the people who I see on the street who I know is like increasing, and I feel like this is a bad thing. I really keep like a low profile, and I'm like, oh, I know that person. Oh, I know that person. Anyway, so yeah, I mean more like when you're talking to like like your friends or somebody who you would like to be your friend, and you're trying to explain tics. It's very annoying trying to explain tics. Like you're like, well, you can't really control it, but you can kind of control it a little sometimes, but you can't really necessarily count on being able to control it. And then there's also this whole pressure thing, which, you have like a bad feeling in your stomach sometimes, but not all the time. And how much you're ticking doesn't necessarily have any relevance, have any, basis on how bad the pressure is. And it's just complicated, and it's really annoying trying to explain it. Like, it's a pain. I have another video that I need to do about trying to come out to my friends about the whole tic thing, because I haven't really talked to my friends about it. Fuck, ow, 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 ow. So I need to do a video on that. But yeah, it didn't go very well. So I'm gonna talk about that later. But yeah, trying to explain tics is annoying. Let's see, what else? trying to type passwords. Why is it that when you're trying to type the password, that's always when like you get the tics that are just like, "Ugh," and they make you screw up your password like every time. Mangoes, mangoes, mangoes. Huh. It's annoying. And that's why I'm calling this video Annoying Things, because I'm talking about some really annoying things. So yeah, that's annoying. Carrying drinks, especially hot drinks, like tea or something that's, you've got like a full cup of tea. And it's like every time you have a full cup of tea or coffee and like, you're trying to be careful with it, that's like when your hand tics want to just go crazy. So I was taking a drink to my husband the other day because I'm a nice wife. And I'm like, taking it to him, and I hold it out to him. And he's like finishing something on his computer. And I was like, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. And he looks at me like I'm insane. And he takes it, and I'm like, and he's like, what? You just had to take right then? And I'm like, again with this explaining the tics thing. That was really annoying. So yeah, that's another annoying thing. But I think probably the most annoying thing is just the unpredictability of it. Because like, it's predictable to a certain extent. Sort of, kind of. This is another one of those explaining things. It gets annoying fast. So like, for me, they usually get bad. Like, they usually kind of like are not really very much of an issue during like the summer, right? And then they get really bad like November, and then they're kind of bad November, December, and kind of start to get better January, February, and then March, April. They're pretty much almost all the way better. Than the summer is good. So I can kind of sort of count on that every year. And then like after the first week where they're just like exploded all over the place, they kind of get into a pattern where they're usually like not too bad in the morning, and then worse in the afternoon, and then like okay in the evening, and then worse later at night. Sometimes sort of, that's kind of sort of the general idea. But in any given moment, I might be ticking more than would be normal for that time of day, or that month or whatever. So just like the unpredictability of it, and you never know like what's going to show up as a tic. Like I just got the new tic that I talked about before, where I walked into my bedroom and there was like a sweater lying on my bed, and it was like in this curled shape, and I walked in and I was like, it's a cat. And so then like after that I got this, it's a cat, it's a cat, it's a cat, fuck, it's a cat, 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 it's a cat. So yeah, I got that tic because I was like this random thing that happened. And like the mangoes, I don't know where that came from. I don't eat mangoes. I don't remember I don't even know if I've ever eaten a mango before. But just like, you never know what is going to show up as a tic, and you never know at any given time what tic is gonna just like pop out and be like, surprise! Let's have a party! So yeah, the unpredictability is very annoying, although it can be entertaining also. Yeah, I think that's probably the most annoying thing, is just not being able to base anything on, you don't like, you can't have expectations, because every time you get an expectation of, okay, this is my set of tics, and this is roughly when the tics are the worst, that's when it's going to change on you, and you'll get these new tics. And yeah, it's throw you off again. So those are the annoying things about having tics. Have fun, guys. I'm gonna enjoy my Christmas tree. It's so nice. I love my Christmas tree. It's Christmas time. Good night.